for Wakefield Trinity 20 in the best game of the weekend by a country a mile in Perpignan. This is why we love the great game of rugby league. It was spectacular. It had a bit of everything, a bit of grit, a bit of style, some bit, some great tries, incredible yellows to discuss. Oh, let's unpack this little beauty, starting with the yellow cards. No doubt about it, Kiri, fully deserving of his yellow. Absolutely right that he was sat down for 10. As for Oliver Partington, I think if Kiri's not just gone off, he gets up and plays the ball. He wanted to level it up. That's why he stayed down. He made the referee call off time. And for me, I felt for Regana. For me, that was borderline. I thought he was a bit unlucky to be given the yellow. As for Lino, very lucky to not be given a red for me in that one. So that's the way I saw the yellow cards. Let's forget about the yellow cards, though. Let's start to talk now about the game itself and what a wonderful game of rugby league this one was. Started, of course, with that try from Max Jowett to get the Trin underway, and then the follow-up try. Oh, yes, a beautiful offload into the path of Liam Hood. In he goes, under the sticks for a try. And you're thinking, oh, Wakey are here to do the spoiler. And then Garcia, a really soft try, has to be said, from Wakey. Darryl Powell will be filthy. Well, say that, he'll be filthy about his team's second-half performance, but he'll be filthy about how easy it was for Benjamin Garcia to go over to get a try back for the Catalan Dragons. And then the moment of the game. Oh, yes, beautiful try from Wakefield Trinity. That's what we're talking about. Some exceptional play. Lido out the back door. Incredible stuff. I mean, that for me, forget out the back door, out the cap flap. I mean, unbelievable stuff. What a pass that was from Mason Lino. And, of course, Griffin, the beneficiary of that. The best try of the weekend. By a street. It was wonderful. Just press replay time and time and time again. Incredible rugby league football. That is why we pay our money. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen it, go and watch the highlights. What a try from the Trin. Everything about it. It was a team try. Some wonderful, wonderful offloading. Oh, tell you, I'm out of breath, and I weren't even playing. Incredible from Mr. Griffin. Well, not from Mr. Griffin, Mr. Lino. Griffin had the easiest job of putting the ball over the line. The hard work had been done for him. But, of course, that would be the last try that Trinity would score in this game, because even though they led very handsomely at half-time, back came the Catalan Dragons, and Chris Satai was absolutely the engine room of that. He came on the field of play and he put in a big shift. A great spinning try from him. Really good forwards play. On contact, did the spin, over he went. He weren't going to be denied from that far out, and suddenly the Dragons are back in it. Kotrick's try. Lino would want his time. Lino, he had a real mixed bag, didn't he? No doubt about that at all. It was almost like being blindfolded at Christmas with a biscuit tray. Which one are you going to get? Are you going to get a good one? Are you going to get a bad one? We had the best and the worst of Mason Lino in this game. He won his time again. Kotrick, brilliant try on the outside. Exceptional. He's had a great start to life, hasn't he? At Catalan Dragons, and Kotrick, of course, Makinson went off injured early doors in this. They had to mix the pack around. Liguere, of course, going out onto the wing. That's going to be a concern. Tommy Mack having got a hat-trick last week, not being there perhaps for Magic and beyond. Going to be interesting to see what the level of that injury is going into the next few weeks. But yeah, on the other side, Kotrick, absolute Rolls Royce of a player. And then, of course, there was a penalty in there and we're tied up at 20 apiece and we're going into extra time. What we have to say, though, is that Catalan second half, they had 3 chalked off. Yes, Wakey had 1 as well. And I think all of them were right. The Wakey one was a double movement. I had no issues with the 3 for the Catalan Dragons that were chalked off at all. So we go into, golden point extra time. And Remy Smith pops up. He had a good game, didn't he? Did Smith. He's really growing into the season. Of course, weren't in the earlier rounds due to coming back for his injury. Since he's been back, he's been very good indeed. And a very similar try to the one that got chalked off for Wakefield Trinity. The difference being Wakey did fall off the tackle. Simple as that. You can have no arguments about that, Wakey Trinity fans, albeit yet again, you've only lost by the tightest of margins. Wakefield Trinity this season are playing some wonderful, wonderful rugby league. They're doing really, really well, aren't they? I'm very impressed with Wakefield Trinity. When you look at the league table, yes, okay, they're all the way down there in 9th, but they've got a positive for and against of 1. I mean, when you consider above them, Hull FC, who are sitting in 4th, have a -33. Warrington and in 8th have a -22. It just goes to show how competitive Darryl Powell's team have been this season thus far, and they're doing really well. And again, if you look at the statistics in this game, it was 50-50 for possession. Both had 32 completed sets. Defensively, both over 90%. It was a real high-quality game of rugby league. Nobody deserved to lose. If this was another draw like the FC League game, I think nobody would have been too despondent over that. I think that perhaps on the balance of play might have been the best result on the night for the neutral. But this was a wonderful, wonderful fight back yet again from the Catalan Dragons. That's their fifth win in a row. Well, 5 out of the last 6 games now in Super League. The Catalan Dragons have won, and it's perfectly poised for their game against the Lee Leopards next week. It's going to be fascinating to see, can the Catalan Dragons, against even fiercer opposition like Lee, continue their momentum or not? And as far as Wakey are concerned, let's be fair, they just about managed to get over the line against Castleford the last time out, but Castleford looked a far better unit going into Magic Weekend with a forward. So that's also got a very interesting narrative indeed. But all I know is this: that was a brilliant, and I mean brilliant, game of rugby league. Yes, you can go and get your 10-ounce ribeye if you want, but that was the finest fillet steak, cooked medium rare. Oh yes, get a little bit of sauce over the top if that's what you want to do. But let me tell you right now, that was absolutely succulent on the taste buds. Oh yes, beautiful game of rugby league down in the south of France. Keep giving it to me, baby. That's what we're talking about. Right, let's get into the 3-2-1. Difficult in this because there was some really good performances. As far as Trinity were concerned, I thought, we've got to say Ollie Pratt had another decent game for them. I thought Josh Griffin looked okay. He got a try and an assist. Good effort from Josh Griffin. Jowett, got the try. He got the try, and I'll probably leave it there as far as Jowett is concerned. I thought Josh Rourke was assured again, full-back position. Thought he was okay. Making 149 metres from 18 carries from Mike, making 35 tackles in day. So some good efforts there from Wakefield Trinity. But I've got to give I'm going to give the 1 point to Remy Smith. I thought he was outstanding for the Dragons, and of course he got what eventually was the decisive try on the night. Decent indeed, got an assist in the game, just under 100 metres from him, 6 tackles, a clean break in the game. He had a good effort, did Remy Smith. I disagree with Sky. I didn't see Espiro Bichet as the man of the match. Yes, he got his 4 goals from 4. He did 191 metres from 23 carries. He had a solid game, but I'm giving him 2 points because the 3 points I'm going to give to the man that shifted the momentum from the Trin to the Dragons, and that was Chris Satai. Satai was unplayable for Wakefield. When Satai was on the field, not only did he score his try, he just changed the momentum of the game. Real powerful runs right down the middle, gaining the metres, putting them on the front foot for the tries that came later. He was a thorn in the side of Trinity for every minute he was on the field. And for that reason, I'm going to show a bit of love to the forwards. I'm going to show a bit of love to Chris Satai. He gets my 3 points. Do you agree with that? Do you not? Get in the chat, let me know. But what a performance this was from Wakey. Very nearly another win for them. Outstanding effort. And as for the Dragons, well, they are doing very well indeed, aren't they? We're going to find out so much about Steve McNamara's side at Magic Weekend. And I, for one, cannot wait for both of those 2 contests because I think that they will be absolute pearlers at St. James's Park. So there you go. Final score, 24 points to 20. I think Wakey will have to do it, though, without Lino. I'd be amazed if he escapes a ban. We'll be back for more in the Sheds later on.